Guys, this is the second time something literally bit my worm off. Fish on. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be fishing with giant worms to see if the size of your bait really matters. So just for a good size comparison, this is what the small one looks like compared to the one that we're using. As you can see, it's a big worm. Alright, so basically all I'm doing is I'm going to be casting it out and just letting it sink to the bottom. And then I'll just keep on doing that. Once it's on the bottom for a little bit, I'm going to wind it in and then just let it sink. Once your line starts pulling tight, then you know you have a fish and you can set the hook. I came here a couple days ago and I didn't have any luck, but I was using a spinner bait. So I think that this worm might work better for this. This water is like a lot more clear than it used to be, which actually makes the fish a lot more skittish. So that's why I'm thinking this worm might help, because it's a lot easier for them to see your bait and line, which makes it way more of a challenge. And as you may have actually noticed already, I don't have a weight on here. I've actually found that if you let them slowly sink to the bottom, then like that's whenever the big bass will really just come and pick it up. Looking like the kids over there might have gotten a fish. Also, sorry if this audio is a little bit bad. It's a very windy day, so one thing I gotta watch out for is I've seen a lot of snakes in this pond before. So, oh, there you go. Got a rat's nest right there. So yeah, just gotta watch out for snakes and stuff. Oh, I really got a bad rat's nest. These kids are getting the fish in. Looks like a little bass. Oh yeah, it's about a 1 pound bass over there. So that is a great sign, guys. That means that there are fish in this pond. This rat's nest is awful. Gosh, those kids just threw that fish back in the craziest way possible. They just chucked it like a frisbee. All right, guys, after like literal ages, I finally got that rat's nest out, so let's continue. Oh my gosh, it bit my whole worm off. All right, well, I'm gonna have to walk back to the truck and get a new one now. All right, well, here's what's left of my worm, guys. But hey, that means that was probably a turtle or maybe a big bass. I guess now that I think about it, I should have brought some polarized sunglasses because that would have been absolutely perfect for this clear water. There's a bite. Fish on. Let's go. First fish. Oh yeah, it's a nice little bass. There we go. It's perfect. First cast over at this new spot. Oh yeah. That's about like the size of the worm. The worm might even be bigger. It's like the size of my worm. All right. Let this little fish go back in the water. Not too bad, guys, not too bad. Just saw a fish jump over there. Might have to take a little cast over there. See if that fish wants the big worm. Okay, so my worm just like fell off the hook. Not sure if it's just these worms because they are kind of old. Gosh, I just saw a fish fully fly out of the water. Whenever me and my dad used to fish here, we talked about how like a pretty good lure would be like a dragonfly that kind of sits above the water, and then you just watch them jump out and grab it in the air. Guys, I think catching that fish on my first cast over here might have skunked me. Oh shoot, I might have felt something. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh, I hope y'all saw that on the video. Another bass just jumped right out of the water. I'm gonna cast right at him. See if he gets my worm. Oh yeah, that was like almost perfect. I just find it so fascinating how these bass jump that far out of the water. One time I was fishing at a pond with one of these worms, and I casted it straight on top of like a big layer of moss above the water. And my dad immediately said, "That's not gonna get a bite." And then immediately after, a fish jumps straight out of the water and grabs my worm. There's a fish jump right in front of me. It's right out at it. Alright guys, the bites, oh no, dang it, the second one today. Every time I get a rat's nest, I guess it just pops off. I think these worms are just old and breaking apart. This is not the end of this. There will be more. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment any video ideas you might want to see. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil too much of the next video. If you want to know, go check out my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.